Team Ichigaki is still doing what it does best by hindering other teams from having a chance from fighting them. Sadly, the problem is that Ichigaki is just not that powerful in general and gets no new characters. What does the team do now? Well, pretty much the same crap, but better at doing it while not being better in general. They discard stuff and have more draw, so that's pretty good, I guess. Pros, they have enough draw to choke a donkey while not having too much where you deck out. Cons, they're more or less the same as before, but with more draw, so their team's power is still kind of lacking while not having anything really solid to offer against the broken teams of the now. Teams they'll have a hard time fighting? Well, pretty much teams that don't need techniques or items to win as well as those who just destroy you within seconds. Teams they'll have an easy time fighting? Well, those teams who are weak in general are the ones who need attached cards to function well. As for the deck relatively stays the same except for a few cards to help them, out, such as Carnage for drawing and discarding, as well as Team Ichigaki's Devastation. Other cards such as Disintegrate and Abide, and, well, these allow for other teams who use the cards such as items and techniques while providing cards for discards if they don't. Also, if you ever get to match 4 or 5 and have the Good Doctor in play, you can switch them out with Grand Entrance and give yourself an edge to, match 5. Items such as Yukina's Tears enter the deck for more draw and discard, so they can gain power for them as well as have more hand. Lastly, Sending Tree is your only technique to discard even more stuff, and if they're items, you get even more cards. How the deck works? Well, Gatasable is a great slot 1 character since he's got power and draw power while not having a sideline effect. Then we can have Mitamura in slot 2 so it can slow down the opponent's card playing. M2 goes into slot 3 for the ability to have less cost in your discards, and slot 4 has Dock to get you equips, and lastly M4 is in slot 5. Pretty much the deck is just how you run it, but the best setup for me is with this way the characters are. Should you use it? Well, like always, yes. Honestly, there is no deck you shouldn't use since each deck provides a new experience. Honestly, I use pretty much every deck in the game because it keeps the game fresh. The deck is a solid tier 2 which allows for normal gameplay instead of quick empty matches. In conclusion, Ichigaki is not the strongest, but it's definitely not the weakest since that slot will always belong to Meisho. Those poor bastards. If you're looking for something solid and not broken that allows for some control, Ichigaki is right for you.